The garbage disposal was growling again, grinding like my marriage, chewing up everything decent and spitting out the bones. 3 in the morning, and I was elbow-deep in plumbing while my wife, Laura, slept upstairs in our king-sized bed, probably dreaming about corner offices and billable hours. 24 years of marriage. Me, Dave Mitchell, mechanical engineer and permanent handyman of this collapsing house. Then I heard them. My daughter Beth's voice drifted through the floorboards above me, clear as glass. "Mom, you've been married 24 years. Don't be naive. Dad probably had a side chick ages ago. You need to explore, find your power." Laura laughed, bitter and tired. "Maybe you're right." I froze, wrench in hand. Cold water dripped on my face, but that wasn't what chilled me. I listened as they planned their girls' weekend to Atlantic City. Bars, clubs, personal growth opportunities, as Beth called them. By dawn, they had an itinerary. By morning, Laura was packing clothes I'd never seen before. Tight dresses, heels, perfume that stung my nose like smoke. "Just some mother-daughter bonding," she said. "Sure," I said, sipping coffee that tasted like ashes. "Have fun bonding." They left laughing, music blaring. I spent the weekend in my garage rebuilding an engine, trying not to think about what kind of bonding they were doing. Then, at 2 a.m. Sunday, the phone rang. "Dad," Beth's voice trembled, "we're at Atlantic City General. Mom's in the ER." The drive took 3 hours. Laura lay unconscious on a gurney, IV in her arm, pale as wax. The nurse said alcohol poisoning, possible drug interaction. Beth's story shifted every few minutes. Robbed, spiked drinks, just too much fun. Then the cop arrived. "Hotel footage shows you and your mother leaving the club with several men," he said. Beth flushed red. "We were just dancing." "Sure," I said. "In their hotel rooms." Later, a nurse pulled me aside. "Your wife tested positive for multiple STDs. We're running a pregnancy test." The world went silent. 24 years of sacrifice, of paying for her law school, her BMW, our daughter's tuition, and this was my reward? When Laura came home 2 days later, she tried to talk. "It was a mistake," she said, "a midlife crisis." "The tests say otherwise," I told her. Her face drained of color. "How did you—" "I'm your emergency contact, Laura." She stared at me across the coffee table I'd built with my own hands. It was meaningless. "Meaningless," I echoed. "How many?" "I don't remember. 3 or 4, maybe?" That was the night I called Vince Carrera, an old army buddy turned private investigator. 2 days later, he handed me a manila envelope. "Security footage," he said. "You sure you want to see this?" I wasn't, but I did. The photos showed Laura and Beth entering hotel rooms with strangers, timestamp after timestamp. Beth had even posted videos online, her mother dancing on tables, kissing men half her age. Captions like, "Mom's first BBC, living her best life." My own daughter had turned her mother's infidelity into social media content. By dawn, I knew what had to be done. Laura came downstairs that morning to find the photos spread across the table. "Dave, I can explain." "No need. These explain everything." Within hours, I'd moved our savings into a new account and filed for separation. When her card was declined at lunch, she called screaming. I hung up. Then I paid a visit to one of her lovers, Marcus Thompson, the gym trainer. "You're Marcus? Who's asking?" "Dave Mitchell, Laura's husband." His grin vanished. I didn't know she was married. "Yes, you did," I said, raising my voice so everyone in the gym could hear. "You might want to get tested. My wife has chlamydia and gonorrhea, and she wasn't faithful even to you." Phones came out. Cameras flashed. By sunset, the video had gone viral. Cheated husband exposes wife's affairs at gym. Marcus was fired. 1 down. That night, Laura confronted me. "How could you humiliate me like that?" "I humiliated you? You posted your affairs online. Those were deleted." The internet's forever, Laura. Beth jumped in. Dad, you're being unreasonable. Mom made a mistake. I turned to her. You arranged the trip. You filmed it. You posted it. I was helping her find herself. You were pimping out your mother for attention. She flinched. You don't understand. You're boring, Dad. Mom deserved better. I looked at her for a long time. Maybe she did, but I deserved honesty. I walked out that night and never went back. 3 months later, the house was sold, the divorce finalized. Laura moved in with her sister, too ashamed to fight for anything. Beth dropped out of college after the backlash from the viral bar video, deleted her accounts, changed her number. The others didn't fare better. The bartender lost his license. A hotel manager got arrested for tax fraud. The lawyer, Laura's colleague, was divorced and fired. Every domino fell exactly where I pushed it. I didn't feel joy or pity, just quiet. People called me cruel, vindictive. Maybe they were right, but I'd spent 24 years being the good guy, fixing leaks, swallowing insults, paying bills, pretending not to notice the cracks forming. The truth was simpler. Laura turned my love into ashes. All I did was make sure everyone watched it burn.